Harmon is fed up to his yellow brittle teeth with people phoning in and asking which parts of your show are transmitted in Dolby Home 5.5:1 format. Well, no one phones Adam Hart Mother Bleeding Davis up and asks him how to frisk a spanner on a Victorian gamma ray detector now, do they? Eh? Anyways, never let it be said that Harmon is non-sectarian in his views. And with no further aplomb, let Harmon introduce today's guest, Lucasian visiting Professor of Quizzes, Dr. Max Doubt.
Important announcement. Important announcement. Dr. Max Doubt here. Due to recent and rapid technological advances, some parts of the Harmon E. Phraisyar show can now be brought to you, the hearer, in glorious pan-chromatically generic mono. During the broadcast, listen out for the following tone. When you hear the tone, hurry over and disconnect one of your speakers. If you are hearing on a ghetto blaster, remove the plastic back panel and snip the red wire and the red wire only with your nail scissors. You will now be hearing in mono. When you hear this tone, technologically primitive stereo broadcasts will have resumed. Reconnect the cables to your hearing apparatus. Now, always remember, intensity stereo was invented in the 1930s by Blumlein. Anything that old must be crap! After all, where would the invading armies of the West be if they still used the A-41 Centurion main battle tank? What with its slow speed and poor operational range, even if the revised suspension is of the Horstman type. Think about it. Think hard. Think, yes. Stereo is a fossil. Mono is the way forward. This announcement has been generously supported by Opium from Yves Saint Laurent. Opium, poor Homs. Hello. My name is Harmony Phraisyar. This is my show.
Coming up. Space is filled with a myriad of monos.
While accidentally vomiting in the back of the mosque t'other day, Harmon was forcibly reminded of his lusty days as a chorister in St Thomas's Church, Scunthorpe. For weeks and weeks, Harmon sang in ancient stereo, until one of his voices broke. Well, it didn't break so much as break. And for a while, Harmon soldiered on, but eventually that bastard vicar worked out where the hideous squealing, much like a saxophone improvisation, was coming from, and arranged for poor Harmon to be sequestrated in a house of ill repute. Now what the women of that shadowed house did to poor Harmon, he is reluctant to say, but some acts do the same thing on television today, and make a fortune out of it.
Don't get excited. Save your breath. I'm not interested. It's too much effort.
Mono as mono. Stereo as stereo.
Mono as stereo. Stereo as mono.
In a mono handling system, the establishment of reflexive references, by which the little individual pieces of mono can be calibrated and assessed, is usually performed by the MPU, or Mono Policing Unit for short. Compare this to your rubbish stereophonic or schizoid channel system. Here, the duophonics are sent immediately to their true position by a team of deadbeats. Speaking of deadbeats,
voice of the Valerians. We know you can hear us, Saddam. Okay, so we sold you all your weapons of mass destruction in the first place. But so what? We know which side our Yankee toast is buttered on. So we will destroy you, Saddam. Oh yes, there's gonna be a whole lot of killing going on. A whole heap of killing going on.
In actual fact, it was not until Harmon was introduced to the legendary Welsh composer, Uther Bent, that Harmon began to learn how to use mono properly.
No more gluing helpless kittens to your turntable, Harmon, and playing them with the stylus,
he would say. And he wouldn't stop there. God, that man could talk the spooks out of the White House.
Those innumerable sounds. They pan from speaker to speaker, and in the abyss of spatialization, lament the mono they have forgotten.
He was right too, because the moment Harmon started to take mono seriously, his career really took off. Well, kind of. When we talk about the mono revolution, what you Jungians out there have to remember is this. Mono didn't just climb down off the back of a Spanish policeman. Of course, it all started with a band called Henry the Cow and their big hit, "Now I'm in the left channel, baby, and there I'm gonna stay," which was acknowledged, as far as Teddington Lock, as one of the battiest conceptions in years. But Harmon wouldn't dream of subjecting you to such antique rubbish. Instead, we'll see what happens when it all goes wrong. And, without rhyme or reason, mono attacks. You'd be surprised how many people are fond of wandering up to Harmon, looking him in the eyeballs and saying, "Harmon, you've only got one string to your bow, mate." Well, what these idiots don't know is that string is mono. So, those of you still clinging to stereo, grow up, lock that second speaker in the shed, and then, when no one's listening, axe it to death, quietly.
to just say God bless America. We must say God bless the world.
Important announcement. Important announcement. Very soon, our mono representatives will be in your area and illegally entering through your front doors. You will be able to identify them by their distinctive monotone uniforms. Our guarantee? In no more than 7 minutes, this band of happy brothers and sisters will have converted your old lifeless stereo apparatus into newfangled mono. So, prepare yourself for the listening experience of a lifetime. This announcement was brought to you courtesy of... Hello! My name is Harmon Phraisyar, and that was my show!
Thanks to my special guest, Walter Koenig.
Best of that one, Bugsby.
And here is Das Week's research assignment. Find someone Spanish and ask them to translate moan-oh.